Well, in our last class we were discussing about the Antonewin discovered cardiogram through which the changes that takes place in the heart can be analyzed to find out the complications and treating them. So we know that electrocardiograph consists of three waves. That is called as P, Q and R waves. Sorry, a P wave, QRS wave, it's a P wave, Q, R, S wave and T wave. So usually this is a normal functioning of, in a normal functioning heart we can find a P wave. So P wave represents depolarization of arterial chambers. QRS wave talk about depolarization of ventricular chambers. And T wave talk about repolarization of ventricles. So in a normal electrocardiograph we can find these three waves, and any deflection in the graph of this P wave, QRS wave or T wave talks about problems in the heart. We can see that in first condition, in myocardial infraction, that is in heart attack, which usually takes place by necrosis of the cardiac muscles, we can see that there is an enlargement of Q and R waves. There is enlargement of Q and R wave. So which means it's a normal condition, and in myocardial infraction we can see that there is an enlargement of Q and R wave. That means from the starting there will be a T wave followed by an enlarged R wave, Q and R wave. Normally both Q and R waves will be in the same line, but we can see that in case of myocardial infection, there is a heart attack, we can see that enlargement of QR wave, that means it takes a longer period of time for passing the action potential to the ventricles by AV node. Okay, P, RS and T. So the next one is acute, second condition, acute myocardial infraction. So in this acute myocardial infraction, we can see that ST segment is elevated. Here, ST segment is elevated, or there is a depression of this ST segment takes place. That means we can see that in a normal, if this is taken as a normal one, we can see that the ST segment is elevated and the T wave is formed above certain level, or the ST segment is depressed. So an abnormality in the formation of this ST segment is seen if it is P, Q, R, S, T. This is a normal one. In the second case, P, Q, R, S, T, elevated. P, Q, R, S, T, depressed. So such electrocardiogram or graph talks about acute myocardial infarction, and this occurs due to insufficient blood supply or oxygen supply to the heart muscles. So this elevation or depression is usually seen due to the insufficient oxygen supply to the heart muscles, and if this oxygen is not supplied to the heart muscles due to formation of lactic acid, the working of the ventricular, this ST segment talks about the repolarization of the ventricles, and this repolarization of ventricles takes a longer period of time, which is usually called as acute myocardial infarction. The third case is in atherosclerotic heart. So as we mentioned that atherosclerosis is thickening of the blood vessels due to deposition of lipids, fats or different type of salts. Okay, and this makes the blood vessel narrow, and as it is narrow, blood flows with a lot of blood pressure, creating effect to the heart. So in this case we can see that T wave is flat. In this case we can see that T wave is flat. This also takes place due to insufficient supply of oxygen to the heart muscles. So we can see that from a normal, if you talk about the first one, normal, it has a P wave, it has P, Q, R, S, T wave, and This is the normal one, and when it comes to this atherosclerotic heart, we can see that the P wave, the QRS wave will be taking place, but repolarization takes place for a longer period of time. There will be no T wave. That is P, Q, R, S. P wave is depressed, flat. So this is a condition of atherosclerotic heart. Clear? And this atherosclerotic heart usually occurs whenever there is more concentration of potassium salts in the blood. Well, we will discuss about some of the golden points related to the circulatory system. Like Mary's law of heart. Mary's law of heart is equivalent to rate of heartbeat is inversely proportional to blood pressure. So if blood pressure is more, the rate of heartbeat is less. If the blood pressure is less, rate of heartbeat will be more. So this is important. Based on this you may get questions. So there is a condition that is called as a blue baby disease condition of the heart, where the infants have hole in the ventricular valve, ventricular wall. Other than that, you can see that fetal circulation takes place through placenta. This is one more important thing. The next one is portal systems. Other than the circulatory systems, we have portal systems in the body. A human being have only hepatic portal system. Whereas other organisms have a renal portal system. And hypophyseal portal system. So organisms have these three types of portal system, but human beings have only hepatic portal system and hypophyseal portal system, which usually aids in separating the waste materials, detoxification of the waste materials that arises at various organs like spleen, alimentary canal, and this before entering into the bloodstream they usually enter into the liver. Okay, that's the reason why it is called as hepatic portal system. When it comes to the hypophyseal portal system, it is usually located in the brain, where the the secretions from the hypothalamus is poured into the into the pituitary gland directly, and from where it is transported to various parts of the body. That's the reason why it is called as hypophyseal portal system. Okay, along with that, we have to talk about some of the important diseases. One is hematoma. Okay. So hematoma is a condition where we can see that localization of blood clotting is usually a disease condition that is called as hematoma, and along with that we have angina pectoris. Okay, it is a condition where the heart, due to insufficient supply of oxygen, chest pain arises and it will be radiating towards the left side of the heart. Okay, sudden pain in the chest which radiates towards left arm. Okay, so it is due to insufficient supply of oxygen. Okay. Other than that, we have cardiomegaly. So it is cardio means heart or heart muscles. Megaly means hypertrophy. So hypertrophy of cardiac muscles leads to a disease condition that is called as cardiomegaly. Carditis. So it's a disease condition or which occurs due to inflammation or infection, what we call it as, of cardiac muscles. We have palpitations. Abnormal functioning of heart muscles. So other than that, we have to talk about low level of glucose in our body is present in hepatic vein. High level of amino acids, are usually found in hepatic vein. As well as highest level of urea is also seen in hepatic vein, whereas lowest level of urea in renal vein. Okay, along with that, when we talk about angio Angio means blood vessels. Okay, so angiology. So angiology is study of blood vessels and their alignments. Blood vessels and their alignments is usually called as angiology. So one more thing what we have to discuss is, usually the blood vessels like arteries and veins are also having muscular layer, we have connective fibrous tissue layer, so they do need some blood. Okay, so it is supplied by blood vessels that are called as vasovasorium. Vasovasorium are the blood vessels which supply blood to larger blood vessels. Okay. Well, along with this, we have to talk about one more circulatory fluid which we started with blood and lymph. So what is lymph? Lymph is one more kind of fluid connective tissue. Okay. Before going to what is this lymph and what its function, we should know that blood minus corpuscles is called as plasma, whereas plasma minus fibrinogen and certain blood proteins is called as serum. Okay. This is important things we have to understand and keep it in our mind. Okay. So lymph is a fluid connective tissue which is its formation. Is formed by the fluid that drains into extracellular space. The fluid that drains into extracellular space from the blood vessels is usually called as lymph. This is how the lymph is usually formed. As I mentioned you, it consists of the plasma. Okay, this lymph consists of plasma minus, blood minus, or we can say that lymph is equivalent to LYMPH, lymph is equivalent to blood minus RBC and blood proteins. Is usually called as lymph. So each of this statement is different. That is, blood minus corpuscles is called as plasma, plasma minus fibrinogen and blood proteins is called as serum, whereas lymph is blood minus RBCs and blood proteins. So usually I said that it is forms in the it is a fluid that drains into the extracellular space from the blood vessels, and this is called as lymph, and this lymph enters enters into lymph vessels. So what are these lymph vessels? Lymph vessels are the blind tubules at one end, blind tubules at one end, and whereas this lymph vessels join to lymph ducts, and this lymph ducts join to venules. Or we call it as venules, and venules to veins, and further they pour the secretion into right atrium. Okay, these veins join to caval veins, and these caval veins pour their secretion into heart, particularly right atrium. Okay. So this is how the lymph is formed, and its major function is to destroy the foreign microbes or foreign antigens that are entering into the entering into the extracellular fluid. At the same time, one more function of the lymph is to carry the fats from digestive system to various parts of the body. Through lymph vessels called as lacteals. Okay. One more thing, this lymph, while it is carrying it passes through. It passes through lymph nodes, and when it is passing through this lymph nodes, the foreign microbes, foreign antigens, or toxic substances are usually neutralized, because lymph nodes are usually immunity centers. So here the lymph nodes are usually called as immunity centers, and where the foreign microbes are destroyed by cells that are called as lymphocytes. So lymphocytes are usually formed, matured in the lymph nodes, and before the foreign microbes has to pass into the veins or venules or veins or caval veins into the heart, it has to pass through the lymph nodes, where it is destroyed and purification takes place. Well, in our next class we will talk about the next important concept, that is called as excretory substances and their elimination.